Hello, everybody. Wes Royce here at the 42141 studio at WCLU. And as you can see above me here, we have Kenton Bryant, the son of Bob and Jill Bryant, and a brother to how many brothers? To other brothers?
I have three brothers, man. Three of them running around.
All right. I know Yates is one of them. What's the other one?
Connor is my younger brother. He lives in Bowling Green now. And then Tyler is my older brother, and he owns Bryant's Appliance there in Glasgow. If y'all need somebody to come fix your fridge, he's the man.
There you go. Hashtag free plug right there. So, Bryant,
hey, yeah.
This is our third try trying to do this. I didn't hit record the first two times. So, yeah, we're ready to go now. And Kenton's,
of course,
his album dropped today. It's a self-titled album, Kenton Bryant, and it's already charting. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Last I checked, of course, I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning just scared to death to see if anybody had listened to it. And it was in the 30s on the iTunes charts when I looked at 6 o'clock this morning, and it's already at 21, hopefully 20 when I check the next time. We've been just getting the best response. A lot of people from Glasgow and just, friends and family and people that I've met on the road. And, people sharing it, and it's becoming a kind of a viral thing. And I'm unbelievably blessed to just be able to do this. It's still blowing my mind.
That's so amazing. And where are you right now?
I am in Greenville, South Carolina. I am out this weekend. Figure if there's a guy to spend a weekend, your opening EP release weekend, it's going to be Tracy Lawrence at the Blind Horse Saloon. So I'm pretty dang excited about it.
And time marches on. It's funny how time gets away from you.
I've thought about it.
You left Glasgow. You were a talented kid. Everybody knew that. And you got with other people on that same journey who had talents of their own, and you've grown to this country sound that just absolutely, I got to say, Kenton, it suits you, man. I like it.
Thanks, man. Well, I think the thing that it really boils down to is no matter what you grow up in, it's pop, it's country, it's Bruce Springsteen, it's Nirvana, it's the Eagles, it's Zeppelin, but at the core of it all, man, I'm a Glasgow, Kentucky boy, and when I started writing songs, they sounded like a kid from Glasgow, Kentucky. And there's sometimes you gotta something calls and you gotta answer it, man. And I want to write country music that speaks to people from where I'm from, and because there's a whole lot of small towns across the world, and I'm starting to figure that out. That there's Glasgow, Kentucky's a whole lot like other places, and people want to feel the same thing.
It's true. That is very true. Kenton. Speaking of Glasgow, Kentucky. You're going to be in town a few times this year. First of all, September the 6th. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I'm going to be playing at the Beaver Trail Park with my buddy Dylan Scott. It was kind of one of these last-minute things. He said, hey, Dylan's got this thing. Would you like to be a part of it? I said, of course. So I haven't. Why not? This is going to be my first time playing a full band show back home, and especially since this release, I'm really hoping the hometown crowd comes out and supports, because Dylan's great, and I'm excited for everybody to hear what I have going on too.
So let's talk about Big Machine, and let's talk about the new album a little bit. Talk about how you got involved with Big Machine and John Singleton, and how this all came about, because you're working with some of the best in the business.
I have been the luckiest guy in the business. I swear that. I wake up every morning and I say a prayer and just say thanks, because it is the truth, man. I moved to Nashville 6 years ago with very little money and a cheap apartment on the east side of town. And the first day I moved to Nashville, I went to the listening room to see a writer's round, some hit writers. And I remember looking at my roommate and going, hey, man, you see that guy out there that's playing? He was playing Why Don't We Just Dance, Let It Rain, Guy Walks Into a Bar, Watching Airplanes by Gary Allen, playing all these hit songs, and he sounds so great. And I said, I'm going to write with that guy one day. And about, 3.5 years later, I get a call out of nowhere, and Jonathan Singleton goes, hey, man, I heard one of your songs. Would you like to write sometime? And I said, yes, Jonathan Singleton, I would. And we fostered a relationship and grew, and man, it has been a blessing. He signed me to a co-venture deal with Big Machine. He had done the same thing for Luke Combs about a year and a half before, and Jonathan and Big Machine and Mike Molinar and the whole crew there in Tallahassee, Canterbury, they changed my life, and I wouldn't be anywhere without them.
And I mean, Luke Combs couldn't get off the charts if he tried. I mean, he's just cranking out good stuff. It's raw, but it's marketable, and I think
It's
people are liking that. It's finding its way into a lot of radios.
People want something that speaks to them, and I feel like, and this is totally not a knock on anybody, but there's a whole lot of people that haven't been serviced in a long time when it comes to music, and there's a lot of people in small towns that can't relate to, this song or that song, but you bet your ass they relate to,
sure.
Luke Combs when he sings "When It Rains, It Pours." I mean, there's small town all over that, man, and it's the same thing that Bruce Springsteen did when he was talking about New Jersey. There's a small town somewhere where you're from that those are your people, man. Those are the people you're always going to be singing for, and I'm always going to be singing for small town Kentucky every time.
So let's talk about the album.
Yep.
What's your favorite song on the album?
Man, that's a hard thing to pick.
And all artists always say that. You guys always say that.
Well, it's like trying to pick your kids. Which kid is your favorite kid?
There is that much devotion put into it, I'm sure.
Yes, there is that much devotion because I live with them, man.
Let me ask you a different way. How about a different way? Which one do you think is going to have the most commercial success?
I can answer that in 3 ways. I would say that Since You're Gone is, to me, the most appealing because the guitar riff is so unique. I was so happy to create that and get that on there. The phrasing of the vocals are great, and the lyrics to me are a new way of singing a breakup song. I mean, there are guys like me sometimes have a hard time saying what they need to do when they get broken up with or they're heartbroken, and I feel like that's a real unique way of saying that. I love that about that song. But track 2, Out on a Good One, man, it's about the best Saturday nights you ever had with a person that you would love to spend it with. But if this was the last damn thing we ever got to do, it's the best one, man. I want to go out on a good one, and to me, that there's something really endearing about that, and I wanted that in the song. And I would say for the third one, Watered Down. Watered Down was a song I wrote by myself one night, which, in country music, there's not a lot of songs written one ways anymore, but I did that for this record. And I was sitting alone at about 10 o'clock one night, and I was sipping a little Jim Beam. I'm a Jim Beam fan. And for some reason, I looked at the glass, and I got these old highball glasses, and of course, it was watered down like crazy, and sweat was rolling off the glass onto the coaster, and I said, man, it's watered down. And I was, whoa, my songwriter brain kicked in. And about an hour later, at about 11 o'clock at night, I had the lyric and pretty much all the melody. And I sent it to Jonathan, who's my producer, and he said, yeah, man, that's it. Let's do that. So I'm very proud of that one as well. So.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in town in a few days, September the 6th. And don't forget, the day after Thanksgiving, November 23rd, Black Friday,
yep.
It's Kenton, Bryant at the Plaza Theater. Talk about that show.
Kenton, Bryant, Friends.
And friends.
Yeah, Kenton,
and
Bryant,
talk about
friends.
Your friends.
So, yes. I've been so fortunate to meet great songwriters and be around great songwriters. And I wanted to do a hometown show. I wanted to bring these songs that I've written back and share them with my family, my friends, and people I grew up with. And but I also wanted to share who has taken me there, who helped bring me to where I'm at. And I wanted to bring my friend Jonathan Singleton that I talked about earlier. He wrote 9 or 10 hits. Yours If You Want It from Rascal Flatts. Guy Walks Into a Bar, Watching Airplanes, Why Don't We Just Dance, Don't for Billy Currington, Let It Rain, Red Light, both of those for David Nail. I mean, he's got hits on hits. I'm bringing my friend Shane Miner. Shane wrote Chillin' It for Cole Swindell. Shane wrote International Harvester for Craig Morgan. Shane has written, Lord have mercy, he's Beautiful Mess for Diamond Rio.
You're
some
talking
Eric
about
Church
some big
cuts.
hits right there. I mean,
it's going to be a night of number ones, and then my songs.
There you go.
But I'm also bringing I'm bringing my buddy Ray Fulcher as well. Ray just speaking of Luke Combs, Ray wrote When It Rains, It Pours, and about 9 of the songs on the record. One of my best friends. We've written a bunch of songs from my project, and I wanted to bring him up too. So it's going to be a big night. We're going to tell some stories, tell some jokes, play some songs, and hopefully Glasgow comes out and supports a hometown boy.
Absolutely. Great songs are written from great stories, and we're certainly following a great one in you, Kenton. We're proud of you and what you're doing, and we appreciate you coming into the 42141 studios today. September the 6th, November 23rd, right now, iTunes, in stores, Kenton Bryant, self-titled album. Thanks for being on the show with us today.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you having me.